Excuse me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is super early in the morning. The new moon is actually happening at 7:48 a.m. so I wanted to do my new moon ritual around that time. So it's currently about 7:20, so the new moon will happen when I'm in the middle of this new moon ritual. I actually put together a list of the things that I'm going to do. Real quick before I start, new moons are all about new beginnings, fresh starts, and like creating new intentions for yourself and kind of showing the universe what you want. You're kind of planting that seed. The first thing that I wanted to do was tune into my consciousness. So I took a bath with lavender this morning to kind of center myself and calm myself down. I'm also going to do a guided meditation or prayer. I will link the one that I do down below. I also created a sacred space. So the essential oil that I'm using is the wild orange because that is the oil of abundance. It helps you tap and tune into how abundant the universe can be and its full potential. I also included something from each of the 4 elements. For earth, I have a ton of plants that I just bought. For air, I opened my door so I can hear like the noise and the rain. Actually, it's raining right now. I also have a candle. The oil diffuser is for the water. I also put all of my crystals out. Definitely want to get more, but this will do for now. And then I did buy a new journal. So my journaling process is going to be, first I'm going to write about my gratitude, give thanks for the universe of the things that I do have. Then I'm going to do a 5 to 10 minute meditation. Then I'm going to list 5 to 10 manifestations that I want to bring into my life with this new cycle of the moon. Then I'm going to create a visualization board, and then I'm going to script out each manifestation in the present tense as if I have it right now, and really tap into the feelings and go through all 5 of my senses and use that why technique that I've talked about before in videos, like where you keep asking yourself, why do you want this, why do you want this, until you get to the root, and kind of focus my intention on creating that why rather than the actual physical manifestation. So that's kind of my new moon ritual. I also want to show you guys my sacred space real quick. So up here on the top I just have my plant. I have my live little decor and my infinity symbol for my infinite agenda. This is another plant. I have all of my favorite books and a little elephant. Elephants are symbolic for wisdom. Then if you go down here, this is actually a money tree. In Asia they call it a money tree, so that's kind of cool for, like, I don't know, attracting money. This is my candle. This is actually gifted to me by Zoe Ariel, and it has crystals and herbs and essential oils in it. So they actually made that candle during the phases of the moon, so that one's pretty cool and really unique. I'll leave it linked down below. I think she got it off Etsy. I can see if I can find it. And then the essential oil that I'm using, like I said, is wild orange. This is the oil of abundance. I also have my Thoughts Become Things stone, all of my crystals here. This is the notebook that I chose. I got this from Target, and I like that it's purple because it's kind of like the color of the moon. It's also recycled paper, so it's good for the environment. This is my little new moon ritual that I have going on here. And then I also have a pen and my coffee. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my new moon ritual. It is almost 7:48, so I'm super excited. Cheers to new beginnings. Just finished my first ever new moon ritual. It is currently 8:45, so it took me about an hour to do. I really tapped into it, and I did about, let's see, I did 6 manifestations. So I went through each one. I made a vision board. Like, I really feel like I already am living it right now. And now that I look around, I'm like, okay, I can work with this. Like, I feel really good. I feel like I set it out there, I let it go, I put it out there, and now I'm just gonna take action to go towards it. So I'm not gonna show you guys like inside my journal, but I will show you guys like a blurred version of like how much I scripted. So you can see like how much I actually wrote. Kind of a lot. And I really took it seriously. If you guys don't know, I use Google Calendars. That's how I know when my new moon and everything is gonna be. There's actually a way that you can like integrate the moon cycles into your calendar. So today it's Tuesday the 15th, and obviously it's the new moon. So the first quarter is on Monday, next Monday, and then the full moon is the next week, and then the next week after that is the last quarter, and then we start again with the new moon. So I really like how I incorporated this, and I feel like I'm definitely gonna make this a habit. It's just really good, even if like you guys don't believe in like the new moon and everything, it's just really good therapy almost. It's like you're going through all of your like cycles on, you know, trying to get what you want in life and goals and stuff like that. So it'll be pretty interesting. I'm really excited. My first new moon ritual. It is currently midnight. Blow out my candle. Yeah, I did my first ever new moon ritual, and the new moon is all new moon. What am I talking about? Obviously it's midnight because I am just like so tired. But I did my first ever first quarter moon ritual. So it is the first quarter of the moon. It hit at like 11:49 p.m. So I've been actually journaling and manifesting for around an hour and a half, I want to say. The first quarter is all about building up your intentions and your manifestations and taking action, and also aligning and increasing your vibration in the process. What I did first was create the space that I felt comfortable in. I increased my vibration by cleaning up my apartment and kind of setting the mood.
Town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now. Nothing lasts forever, but this is gonna take me down. You're so tall, handsome as hell. You're so bad, he does it so well. I can see the end before it begins. Know when condition is. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Oh, oh. Wildest dreams. Oh, oh.
So once I did that, I felt really fresh and renewed, and I went ahead and started journaling.
Nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. You're so tall, handsome as hell. You're so bad, he does it so well. And when we have our very last kiss, my last request it is. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Miss tomorrow's cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just.
First things first is I did my Find Your Happy Daily mantra, and I wrote out the affirmation that was in here as kind of like my intention, and it was all about releasing limitations and negative beliefs, how I can do that, and like what resources I can use to do that in my life right now. Basically taking things in your life and opportunities and using them to your advantage. I also said an affirmation and listed kind of like bullet style, I'm ready to invite and receive blank into my life, and I kind of dug a little deep and did that. And I also created action plans for each of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 manifestations that I did from my new moon ritual, and created things that I can do to start manifesting and, you know, obtaining those things into my life. Ready to start those right now. Even though it's midnight, I'm ready to like get going. I also prepped and planned my video for Manifestation Wednesday video that I'm gonna be filming tomorrow. I don't know why, but I was like feeling kind of like on a time crunch, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take action, and I'm so glad I did. I have such a good video coming out for you guys. By the time this video goes out, it'll already be out, so I'll leave it linked on the screen, but it's the 5 advanced law of attraction techniques. Then I also worked on my channel, went through some emails, basically took action. I feel really good. I'm actually really tired, but I feel like I released all of this built up like things that I want to do, and just kind of put it all on paper and organized it into like actions and building blocks so that I can actually manifest what I want to manifest. The next phase is going to be the full moon, which will be really fun. There's always like such good energy on full moons. I actually went to this bar one time that was like super crazy on a full moon, and it was pretty intense. I'm not gonna go to a bar this time. I'll be right here manifesting and all that stuff. So yeah, I'll see you in technically 1 second, but for me it'll be about a week. So I just did my first ever full moon ritual. I'm still kind of new to it, so I'm kind of getting more into it, and I really want to learn more about it, like when it comes to like the astrology signs. Like I know it's like when Gemini's here or when Cancer's here or whatever. And I've also realized that next moon manifestation I'm going to actually purchase like a journal or book specifically for that moon cycle. I know that there's a whole bunch on Etsy, so I'm definitely gonna try that out next time. But for right now, I had a full moon at 10:20 a.m. The full moon is all about gratitude, appreciating where you are now, you know, using the energy that's harnessed up in the moon, also releasing and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. I started out with a gratitude list. I named 13 things that I was grateful for, and I really dove into like why I was grateful for them and like things that I really do appreciate and really felt. This morning, I don't know what's up. It could be the moon. It could be the fact that we have a tropical storm here in Florida and every day's been rainy, but I've been feeling like off, like from the minute I woke up this morning. I just feel kind of almost drained. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm just like in a funk. I don't know. I just feel weird. It's like my energy is just off, and I mean it could be the moon, who knows. So this morning I ended up just taking a bath and kind of symbolizing that as like a way to like clean everything and all the energy off of me, to kind of relax and feel good. I read a few chapters. I also got ready, putting a fresh face on and like looking good and feeling good, and then I set up my space. So I had plants, I opened up my doors for air, I have my water diffuser, as well as I lit a candle. So I really wanted to focus on shifting this like weird built up energy. I also sweat a lot when I was in the bathtub, and I just like released all the toxins again, releasing anything that was just like weird on me. So I also read 2 chapters of my book. I really honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I haven't been really liking this book. It's just not really resonating with me. I don't know, it's just off. But I read 2 chapters this morning. I actually got a lot from them, which was like super surprising. So I'm gonna tell you guys like what I wrote down as like what I got from it. So the first one is that happiness is a choice. When you're in like a weird mood or something, you choose to be happy. You can change any situation by just being like, you know what, I'm gonna choose to be happy right now. I read a lot about like nudges and gut feelings, and I've been having a lot of these lately, and being able to trust. A lot of like people even have been telling me about like trust lately, and like just trusting divine timing and like the universe, and it's just been like a constant thing in my life right now. So I feel like that's the universe kind of telling me like just trust and just, you know, be patient and not to worry so much about the outcome per se. Worry about the process and taking one step at a time and just following your gut intuition and letting the universe path your way, rather than like focusing on the main outcome, to just release that outcome and instead just focus on one step at a time and just following and letting like life flow. I also read a lot about like opportunities. So I have been given a couple opportunities that I feel almost like I shouldn't have done, but I did take anyways, second guessing myself in a way. But I'm a huge firm believer that if opportunity comes your way, that you need to take that, because a lot of the times opportunity doesn't come your way. People aren't just given, you know, chances left and right. So when it does flow in your way, I feel like you should take it without hesitation and just go full force, which I did recently, and I'm still kind of like, should I have done that? I don't know, but I did. And the fact that I read that through my book really just like resonated with me, like, okay, I think I did take the right, you know, opportunity, and I didn't second guess myself, and I did what was good for me. And in the book she explains a thing about seminar, I guess, that she went to with the author of Chicken Soup for Your Soul by Jack Canfield. And he like was in a seminar or whatever, and he like had his book and he put $100 bill in his book and was like, who wants this? And people like raised their hands, some people didn't say anything, and then there's only a few people that like ran up and actually went to go get it, and he gave the book to the first person who did that. And he said, when an opportunity comes your way, you need to take it, and how you acted in that scenario is how you act in your life. Do you take the opportunity? And some people who didn't raise their hands were saying like, I didn't want people to judge me and think that I needed it, or I didn't want to be like too pushy. You're just second guess yourself, and you're kind of like letting your fears and your doubts rule your world rather than just, you know, going full force and trusting yourself and trusting divine timing and opportunity and just going after really what you want without hesitation. And that really, really spoke to me. So I feel like all of this kind of played a part into honestly what's going on in my life right now, and I will be able to share that a little bit more with you later. But I've had a lot of stuff go on career-wise, and it's just kind of been getting to me and consuming my life, but I feel like I'm good. I feel like I did everything that I was supposed to do, and I'm trusting the universe. I'm not focusing on the outcome anymore, and I'm going to focus more on the process and actually taking action and choosing to be happy right here in the moment, not when I obtain that goal. I also read that the universe is your cheerleader. So instead of looking at the universe as like your person to tell something to and they have to make it happen, they're rooting for you. Like, the universe really wants you to get what you want. You have that intuition and that, you know, that drive or that inspiration for a reason. It's happening for you, like, for a reason. So you deserve it, and the universe is going to give you everything and give you every opportunity in person, and shift and change is going to happen in order for you to attain your truest self's, you know, goals and dreams and aspirations. So just trust that the universe is like your friend. Don't look at it as like, oh, it's giving me things that, you know, I'm not supposed to get, or I'm supposed to learn like harsh lessons from. Like, everything is good for you. Like, they're giving it to you and they're like, come on, you can do this. I also did my daily mantra, journaled to that a little bit, and I also did a full moon prayer. I just Google on YouTube like full moon prayer or like half moon prayer, whatever quarter you're in, and I just kind of say that affirmation to the universe. I also wrote down all my fears and doubts. I had 2 of them, and I wrote down things that were like made it okay and made me feel like you shouldn't worry about that. Probably like 4 to 5 things for every one. And then I drew a balloon. I actually visualized this like a couple of days ago on my patio. It was super windy outside, and I thought of like the thing that I want from the universe, and I put it in a balloon and I let it go and flow out, and watched it kind of flow to the clouds. So I drew that of like the asking part of like releasing the balloon and like it going up into the clouds. When the cloud catches it, it's like, I got you, the universe, and that's when you need to believe. And then when it rains or like shows sun or something, that's you receiving everything. And it can come in different, you know, opportunities and shift and change, and that's why it's like a ray of sunshine, not just like a straight here you go. It's like a mixture of different things that kind of combust and give you what you want. And then I wrote a few things that I'm ready to let go, like impatience, obsession, instant gratification, drama, gossip, negativity, worry, and fear, and saying that I trust. I kind of like wrote a little letter, affirmation kind of, and then from here on out I changed all of those fears and doubts into something that I can start acting upon. So instead of being impatient, I'm gonna let the universe guide and trust, and instead of, you know, focusing on instant gratification, I'm gonna follow my gut and my path and rely on patience and focus on action and opportunity. And that's kind of my full moon ritual that I did. And I have one more little cycle of the moon that I'm gonna be doing with you guys, so I will catch up with you guys next week. So I just finished up my last quarter of the moon. It is currently Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be uploading this video today. So today is literally the day that I just did this. I had a last quarter moon at 2:32 p.m. and I have my frankincense essential oil, my candle on, I have my plants out that honestly need some sun. Last quarter of the moon is all about your doubts and your fears and your limiting beliefs and changing them over to the positive and letting go of them. I first started with like some of my doubts and fears. There was 3 of them. I kind of shifted over to like what I can do to make them better right now. I wrote down all the things that my gut was telling me. And lately I'm going to be open with you guys and tell you my gut has been telling me to like take it slow, get outside, sign up for a yoga class, trust and just slow down, like literally stop needing to control everything. I feel like my personality is very controlling in a sense that I feel almost like a perfectionist, and I feel the need to help everyone and manipulate and control situations in my life, which doesn't really serve me. It's like this internal pressure, I guess, and the need for everything to be perfect, which I honestly struggle with. So I just need to like let things happen and flow and stop needing to manipulate situations for me, for other people. If people need help, not to just jump the gun and tell them what I think is best for them, and just let them be and let them make mistakes on their own, because people make mistakes for a reason, and the need for me to control everything in my life is kind of creating pressure on me. I also did my daily mantra, which was all about taking it slow, and it's crazy. I'll read it to you guys. What's today? It was like 1:56. Today's day is 1:56, so it says I take the time to rest, and it was talking about going on a nature walk, reading, like being calm, what can I do to relax today, like literally everything that I wrote down for my gut, of course, is on my daily mantra. Like, I swear to God, it's like one of those things, like every time I read, I'm like, how, like, can the book hear me or something? Like, it's freaking weird. And then I wrote down what is going for me, and instead of focusing on putting my attention on things that isn't really working for me in my life, focusing on things that are working for me in my life makes me appreciate and show gratitude for the things that I'm overlooking simply because something else isn't working, which is not really fair. You have to look at all aspects of your life and focus on the good rather than the bad. Another thing that I did was I wrote down like a cleanse. So I wrote down things that I want to cleanse in my life. You know, things like I want to like redo my apartment. I feel kind of like I feel like it's like needs some changing and rearranging, taking it slower, what I should do to get out in nature, adding meditation back into my routine, all that stuff. And then I also did a journal exercise from Adventures for Your Soul. On page 239 there's an action thing that's like Dream On Dreamer, and it asks you 11 questions to kind of figure out what brings you the most joy. And it asks questions like, if you were handed an unlimited amount of money, what would you do with your day? When do you feel most uplifted and joyful? What are the things you're good at? What did you do as a kid that made you happy? Like things like that. And then I also ended it with a paragraph of like affirmations in the little ritual with like a really nice uplifting self-talk, leaving it on a good note just to kind of uplift my spirits a little bit. I am ready for the new moon. So next week is actually going to be the new moon. If you guys end up doing that, definitely tag me in it and let me know what you guys are doing. This was my first ever moon ritual. I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was like kind of almost like a therapy. But I think next time I want to actually get like a moon manifesting journal. They have these things on Etsy, like where they actually do it for that specific moon. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of those next time, just so that I can have it all laid out for me and not worry so much about what I'm going to do for the ritual, because I don't really know much. Honestly, I'm a complete beginner, so having it like kind of mapped out for me and creating more of like a, you know, workbook, like it's literally like a moon workbook, would be definitely beneficial for me just because I am a beginner. Other than that, I really liked it. So thank you guys if you made it to the end of this video for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys all in a future video. Bye guys. Let's kick some ass.